Oh my God. Oh my God. Baker Mayfield gets it done again. Wow. What a guy. Baker Mayfield just made me lose my bet. I had Nick Chubb over 12 and a half carries. Lost. Took the L. Kawhi's laughing at me. I'll be all right though. I will be all right though. But also, anybody who's on the Texans money line, Kawhi's also laughing at us. Yeah, tough L. Bucks are 2-0 to start the season. Baker Mayfield. Wow. I'll get into the game a little bit more, but let me get into the introduction, the backbone of the show. I am Media Marcus. I'm your host here. Daily stream and podcast coming very soon. Here, we're going to talk sports, going to talk entertainment news, going to talk music, anything that's happening. I'm kind of trying to stay on top of it and give you guys here. And I got my jersey on today. My jersey, because Chipotle, the deal of the day yesterday, well, today, actually, the deal of the deal for today was Chipotle had the BOGO if you had the college football jersey. So I had to pull up. I had to pull up and get my two of them. Let me get two of them. Two of them. I needed that. So I had to pull up Chipotle. That's why I got this uh bummy jersey on, but it's all good. We got the BOGO at Chipotle today. All right, let me give you guys another deal of the day, and this isn't just for one day. Deal of the day. Give me 1 second, and I'll give you guys that. Another food situation. All right, deal of the day. Which one is better? You know what? Let me. This is the one I have confirmed. Deal of the day: Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut has a $5 crafted flats pizza. Before 5 p.m., you can get that for $5. It is at Pizza Hut. $5 crafted flats pizza for $5 before 5 p.m. So you can go get that on your lunch, maybe right before you, or a couple hours before you slip out of work. Deal of the day: Pizza Hut has a $5 crafted flats pizza that you can get for $5 before 5 p.m. So take advantage of that. Also, Papa John's has buy one, get one free large pizza for a limited time. I'm not sure of the actual details on that, the actual limited time, but yes, pizza, two pizza deals, deal of the day here with Media Marcus. You know, I'm just trying to feed the people. I'm trying to do it for the people. I pulled up to Chipotle today for my BOGO with my college jersey on. I had to get mine. All right. Bucs and Texans review. The Bucs just defeat the Texans by 1 point, 20-19. They win. What a good game. This game started out actually pretty explosive. There were a lot of points scored early. In the first quarter, there was 17 points scored. And in the fourth quarter, we got a total of 15 points scored. But 20-19, the Bucs win on a game-winning drive by Baker Mayfield. Killed my bet. I had Nick Chubb over 12 and a half carries. He wasn't worried about that. The Tampa Bay Bucs get it done. They start 2-0 again on the season. I think it's the fifth consecutive year, third year with Baker Mayfield. They start 2-0. Baker Mayfield, for all my gambling, sports betting people out there, Baker Mayfield is 12-3 now against the spread as a road dog with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I said Baker Mayfield is 12-3 against the spread as a road dog with the Tampa Bay Bucs. He's also 8-3 against the spread versus the AFC. 8-3 against the spread versus the AFC. This is Baker Mayfield with these Tampa Bay Bucs, man. They get it done on the road, win 20-19, cover the spread. Texans lose. Texans are 0-2 now on the season. And Texans went ahead late. Nick Chubb scored a touchdown on a breakaway run with about 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes left. Makes you think maybe he should have got that. I thought it already, right? Because I had his over on carries. They will obviously keep the ball, feed him again. I will win. One more carry is what I needed. But maybe he should have got down there because at that point, the 2 minute warning comes. Tampa Bay has to use their timeouts. All you need is one first down. And they didn't do that. Obviously, he scored. It's not on Nick Chubb though. I mean, they score. They back the Bucs up, and it's a fourth down. And Baker Mayfield scrambles like hell on the fourth down, picks up the first down, and that was really the difference in the game. That was about with a little over a minute left. Baker Mayfield, fourth and long, and it looks like he's about to get sacked. They bring so much pressure. Baker ducks under, slips, runs for the first down, and the rest is history. Game-winning drive. Once again, Baker Mayfield, Rachaad White with the go-ahead touchdown. Last touchdown scores. If you have Rachaad White, you up right now, I'm sure. And that is what happened in this game. And it was a really good game. Yeah, but the Texans left some things to be desired. They really, I don't think they played very well as far as complimentary football. At the end of the half, they didn't. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was at the end of the half. What I do know is they had a chance to score a touchdown at the 1 yard line. They run it once with Nick Chubb, and that was it. They go for it on all four downs, throw to Nico a couple times, doesn't work out, and yeah, you get no points out of that drive. You eventually go up though off the Nick Chubb breakaway run, but there were a lot of things I thought that could be desired. They were also very telling of what they're going to do. The Texans I'm talking about, when they got under center, they're going to run the ball. That's what it was. I didn't see any variances from that. When they're in shotgun, they're going to throw the ball, and that's just kind of how it was. Now, there maybe a couple play action plays out of under center for C.J. Stroud, but mostly you knew what they were going to do when he was under center. You knew what they were going to do when he was in shotgun. So Texans got some things to clean up. Offensively, they didn't look great, but they are 0-2 on the season, and next week is a must-win. Don't want to go 0-3. That's very rare form to make the playoffs while you're 0-3 in the NFL. And Bucs get it done, though. Kudos to Baker Mayfield. He's resilient. Resilient is Baker Mayfield. We know he won a Heisman Trophy. We know he went first overall. We know he went to the playoffs and beat the Steelers in the playoffs, something the Browns hadn't done in a very long time, but after that, it was kind of shaky. He was in Carolina. He was in LA and ends up in Tampa. And he's the man right now in Tampa. Gets it done again. Kudos to Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucs. All right, around the NFL, the rest of the league in the NFL. A lot of injuries going on. A ton of injuries going on around the NFL. Jaden Daniels is doubtful for Game 3 versus the Raiders. Doesn't look like he's going to play right now. As I'm talking in my college football jersey, because I had to get that BOGO deal at Chipotle. But Jaden Daniels is doubtful. I talked about it yesterday. Joe Burrow is going to miss 3 months. Required surgery. Late December they're talking about. I'm like, what? Late December? What? 3 months at least for Joe Burrow. Justin Fields also got hurt yesterday. Concussion. Dealing with that. I'm trying to think who else. There was someone else who got hurt. These NFL injuries are certainly piling up. NFL injuries. I'm trying to see who else got injured, who's hurt right now. But yeah, a lot of injuries around the NFL. I know it's a big one for the home team, Commanders. Yeah, they're not. We know Brock Purdy's out as well. We talked about that already. Well, Josh Allen got hurt, but he'll play. But yeah, Justin Fields is hurt. Aaron Jones also hurt. He's had a hamstring injury. He's been dealing with a hamstring a couple years now. But yes, Joe Burrow is hurt. Jaden Daniels is hurt. Justin Fields is hurt. And yeah, we'll see what happens. As a lot of players went down this week in the NFL. And JJ McCarthy as well. JJ McCarthy looks like he might not play. And Carson Wentz is set for the start. He's the backup in Minnesota Vikings. Carson Wentz just staying around. He won't go away. NFL champion Carson Wentz. He didn't play, but I mean he got the ring. But he looks like he will start for JJ McCarthy, who's had a bit of a whirlwind lately, right? JJ McCarthy. This time last week he was playing in his first NFL game, first NFL start. He had a baby on Thursday, then play again Sunday Night Football. This is after coming back from the injury all last season. It's just been a lot for him the last week. So looks like he's hurt though right now, and Carson Wentz, former Philadelphia Eagle quarterback, looks like he will have the start. What else is going around the NFL? I mean, the injuries was really that was about it I have for the NFL. I'm going to be honest with you, but got a game right now on the Chargers and the Raiders on ESPN. That's happening right now. So I'll start to watch that once I get off here. But let's talk some entertainment. Let's get some entertainment news. All the things that's happening around the NFL, not the NFL, the entertainment world. And later, before I close the show, I got child stars going a little wild this weekend. The black child stars, the ones that we know, who are now adults, obviously. But yeah, it's getting mixy outside. So I'll get into that. It's a little preview, a little teaser. But let's get into some entertainment news. Euphoria season 3 is scheduled for spring 26 release. It's HBO's Euphoria season 3. Season 2 went off with a bang. It was crazy the way they ended season 2 of Euphoria, and they were really unsure if the show would come back at Zendaya's height and doing the Spider-Mans and the other movie where I think there was like tennis involved. I'm not sure. I hadn't seen it. I did say I want to though, but yeah, it was a lot going on. I'm thinking about Storm Reed as well. It's a lot of characters and people to follow there. And Euphoria season 3 has been announced. It will not debut, but it will come back spring of 2026. HBO, is it Max? HBO's Euphoria season 3 will come back spring of 2026. And like I said, season 2 ended with a bang. I remember being in my apartment, watching the end of season 2 and being like, oh, and when is this going to pick up again? That was like almost 4 years ago, 3 to 4 years ago. That very moment. So Euphoria is returning. Will return this spring of 2026. And I want to see what they got going on. The budget was crazy. I talked about the budget on Media Marcus, I think on a debut episode, but the budget is very large for Euphoria season 3. Looks like it will be their final season, but I'm excited to watch season 3 coming out spring of 2026. Euphoria. Next thing we got on the list, Netflix deal with Kevin Hart and John Cena. Looks like they will both star in The Leading Man. Not too sure what this movie is about yet, but Kevin Hart, John Cena, stars in their own right. And I always love to see Kevin Hart kind of team up with these big, strong, guys and, that are real serious or will act serious. And he's just clowning around and getting tossed around and hee haw. Like that's a good bag for Kevin Hart. And also a good bag is Netflix. He's working with here, Kevin Hart and John Cena will star in The Leading Man for Netflix. New movie coming out. Not sure when it will come out because they just announced the actual project. So we'll look for that in the near future. Kevin Hart and John Cena starring in The Leading Man. And we'll see what they got going on there. I just hope Kevin Hart's getting beat up or something. It's funny to me when Kevin Hart gets beat up. Women, children, adults, men, don't matter. Like anybody beating Kevin Hart up is funny to me. I laugh every time. His reaction is crazy, funny. So shout out to that. Netflix, Kevin Hart, and John Cena, The Leading Man. Netflix, again, Netflix looks like it is jumping into the podcast world. What we're doing here, streaming, podcasting, all of that. Netflix is recruiting for an executive to lead their podcast team, video podcast team. So we expect Netflix to eventually get into the podcast game and see what they're cooking up there. They can call me Netflix. How's it going? Media Marcus. I'm here daily. I'm not going nowhere. We working. Media Marcus. But yeah, Netflix is getting into the podcast game as they look and recruit for an executive to lead their video podcast team. That's the latest on Netflix. Kevin Hart and John Cena movie, as well as recruiting an executive to lead their video podcast team. And we'll see what Netflix has going on in the future. But I'm available. How you doing, Netflix? Kylie, LA? I could be there tomorrow morning. I'll be there. If you need me, Netflix, I'll be there early. So, shout out to Netflix. See what they got going on there. All right, I got a few more things. One is a news story, and two, a couple clips before I get out of here. We'll watch together because the child stars are going crazy. The child stars are outside, and we're going to talk about what's going on here at Media Marcus. All right, last thing I got here, Andy Cohen. You know Andy Cohen for some time, Bravo, all the things that he's got going on outside of Bravo, and this is one of the things. But Andy Cohen signs a 3-year extension with Sirius XM Radio to oversee the Radio Andy channel, as well as continue to host the Daily Andy Cohen Show live. So Andy Cohen inks a 3-year extension with Sirius XM as he continues to build his brand, build his platform, build his brand. And yeah, shout out to Andy Cohen. He will continue to oversee Radio Andy channel as well as host his daily live show, Andy Cohen Live. So we got nothing but love for Andy Cohen here at Media Marcus. And yeah, that's big. You know, keeping the important people in the game. Andy Cohen's he matters. He matters out here in the entertainment world. So Andy Cohen, 3-year extension with Sirius XM, and we'll see what he will continue to do over there at Sirius. All right. The child stars are going wild. I've been teasing it for a little minute before I get out of here. I got a couple things I want to share with you all, I guess. I don't know if you've seen these videos or seen these little images, but first, we got my girl Keke Palmer. I'm a Keke Palmer fan. Keke, keep a check, Palmer. I am a fan. And yeah, it looks like she was on Hot Ones recently. I don't know how recent this was, but it was certainly recent. And she's seen kissing the host, Sean Evans, on Hot Ones. As you can see here, these are pictures, still shots. There we go. A little moment. Keke Palmer. Okay, I thought it was AI at first, but apparently not. Keke Palmer and Sean Evans. I don't know what's going on there, but that's just the start. Keke Palmer, the child stars, they're outside. They're getting it in. They're getting it in. But yeah, Keke Palmer and Sean Evans kiss on Hot Ones. I just saw Keke Palmer kissing a bald white man earlier, and I was like, what is this? So I had to check that out. Shout out to Keke. Keke, keep a check, Palmer. Make some noise for her. And yeah, that's Keke Palmer. As I'm still in my college football jersey. Shout out to Chipotle BOGO deal. We was in there. Ain't no problem. But last, all right, this one is taking it up a notch. We started slow. I talked about the child stars. We've known Keke Palmer since about, I don't know, how long have we known Keke Palmer? Like 03, 02, 03, 04? Well, we've known this guy since 05. Talking Chris Brown. And you know, Chris Brown's on tour right now, 20-year anniversary, Breezy Bowl. I'm trying to get there next month, and I think I'll be able to make it. Actually, I think I'll be in there. Big Chris Breezy fan, big Chris Brown fan, way talented, super talented, and you know, he got a lot of hit records, and he's on tour right now, 20-year anniversary. Like I said, we've known this guy since 05. And he was up there with someone's ex on stage. And yeah, this video is going viral. So let's check it out. Got your boy Chris Brown with Kayla Nicole. She's an influencer. Social media. Some may know her as Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend. But she's more than that here on the Media Market Show. She's a woman. She's a human being. She's Kayla Nicole, influencer. And this is her with Chris Brown on stage. Kelsey. I think that might be why people are buying $1,200. These shorties is buying the $1,200 backstage tickets to get the Chris Brown moment. Kelsey, big drop last night, man, in that game for a touchdown, and this happened a few hours later. I know, I don't, I think me and Travis Kelsey, I don't know, I don't think we are aligned as far as the women that we're currently interested in or anything, but big drop last night, and this drop later. Chris Brown and Kayla Nicole linking up for an on-stage performance to take you down. If your girl, your ex-girl, or any girl wants to get up for the take you down performance of the Chris Brown, yeah, that's a tough one, B. That's a tough one. And then she gets chosen, comes back. That's a tough one, B. They paying $1,200 to CCB. They paying the $1,200 like it's nothing. Stimulus money, nothing. They paying the $1,200. Chris Brown is pulling them up on stage. He's not fucking around. C Breezy. So I wanted to touch on that. Some of the our black child stars, our beloved black child stars, they're grown now. And Keke Palmer and Chris Brown. The Chris Brown was OD though. Chris Brown was OD, yo. The Chris Brown. The Keke was like, Keke. She's entertainers though. Both entertainers. And that's kind of how we're going to close Media Markets here today. Appreciate you all for listening, tuning in. I know there's football on right now, so y'all know that's what I'm about to get to with my Chipotle BOGO jersey, you know what I mean? So appreciate you all for listening, tuning in. It's actually a pretty fun episode by myself, Dolo, and I'll be around. Be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be back around, probably around 7-ish, you know what I mean? 7 p.m. Keep it light, maybe 8. And see you guys there. Appreciate you all for listening, tuning in. Media Marcus. See you soon.